guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are back. I'm so excited to have you guys, and this is going to be amazing. Well, hi guys, welcome yet again to another episode of our YouTube channel. We are so excited and very grateful that you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. On today's video, we are going to do a recap of the heart that changed you and some of the conversations that really stood out. There is no particular order to these videos. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope you get your eyes opened further on some of these things that we might be doing and triggering to people. Yeah, please engage with us by commenting down below, sharing, liking, and subscribing to our channel. Let us grow so that we are able to bring more and more people who are able to give us wisdom and knowledge and impact us positively. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment down below what really stood out for you. Thank you so much. Stand from the story that we have talked kidogo. You got pregnant before marriage.
Yes.
And we have a strict mom and a laid back dad.
Yes.
So how did that go? And now, how did you even break the news?
I know. Where? So, now you get to, you finish college and you feel like, I also want to leave. And you forget kidogo. Out there, how do they put it? Like, the way you've been taught by your parents, there are some decisions you'll make and kuna consequences.
True.
So I made a poor decision. I would say poor because the repercussions, so I met a guy. You feel like you're in love, nini. I got pregnant. Now I'm at home. I don't know how I'll tell my parents, especially my mom. So first month went down, second month went down.
She didn't notice anything.
She didn't notice anything. Actually, the only person who knew now I was pregnant for the first 3 months was the baby daddy and a best friend of mine. Wow, and I wasn't sure how I was going to say this.
Yeah.
And now see you Google it, and every day Dr. Google is telling me what is going to happen in the next few months. Yeah. And now I'm sure after 3 months, somebody will see this.
Yeah.
So in the last few days, we are now getting to the 4th month. I woke up one day and I'm not sure now. What do I do? I just showered, packed my clothes, and left home. But I wrote a letter to my parents and I put it in their bedroom and I left home. There was no one at home on that day. So I just left home and I went to the baby daddy's home. Yeah. And I told him I didn't know what to do. Yeah. But I knew I can't stay at home anymore. Because at some point now I have to say it. Yeah. It's either I say it or everyone else is going to see. Nobody knew I went to my baby daddy's home. Yeah. Except just one best friend. Yes. Everyone else didn't know where I had gone to. Yeah. So the guy wasn't ready by then. He didn't have a stable job. I also didn't have a job. So now you're pregnant and this is not something you planned for. Yeah. I was only 21. So I'm thinking, this baby is not in plan. True. But then again, abortion is not even in my head. True. Because 2 wrongs don't make a right. True. So now let me face it. As hard as it's going to be, I can't get rid of this baby. Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to make it. The baby daddy doesn't want to be in the picture at that moment. He really wants to sympathize, but he's also feeling like this is something he didn't plan for. It's now feeling like a burden, quote unquote. But then, here we are. Here we are. The baby is here.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
So I left the letter and I went and I switched off my phone for some few days. Then, of course, when now everything is, even in your head, you're not settled because you know you left home it was like an escape.
Yeah.
It's not like you want to get married. By then, marriage was not in my head because I'm 21. Who wants a wife at 21? So marriage is not in the picture yet, but I need to leave home so that I can break the news. And I didn't know how everyone is going to react.
Yeah.
So I just needed a place to be before now everyone reacts and gives me, what have you guys decided?
Yes.
Because me, I've decided I have to keep this baby.
Yeah.
So day 1, day 2, me, I don't even think in those few days I used to sleep. I don't even think I used to eat well.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's guilt that is choking me or it's just the fear.
Yeah.
Day 1, day 2, day 3, then day 3, I'm like, let me just switch on my phone. Because probably my mom has sent me a text and then I switch off my phone. On my phone.
Yeah.
My brother had texted me, my mom. My dad, I told you, he's very laid back.
Yeah.
Very few words. He didn't say nothing. So I'm like, my dad hasn't talked.
Yeah.
And I know this is going to disappoint him.
Yeah.
But I wished he would say something.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything. So my mom was like, it is okay. It is okay. People make mistakes. And anyway, you're done with school. Don't run away from home.
Yeah.
Don't get married because of pregnancy. My mom's rules were like, never get married because of circumstances. Because that circumstance can change anytime.
True.
Let it be out of will. The guy wants to marry you and you want to get married. So she had written me a very long text and very many verses of encouragement.
Wow, that's
like
rare.
Even if you fall, you can always feel safe. You'll fall in the arms of God. And and I'm like, wow. This is not the reaction I expected.
Yes.
I wanted people to be angry.
Yeah.
And to just do whatever they want to do. But don't be good. I'm already beating myself up.
Yeah.
I want you guys to just act somehow.
Yeah.
So later on, my mom, I think she had been, every day she would try calling. So she tries again and I don't have the strength to pick the phone. So I waited for the call to end and I switched it off again.
Oh my goodness.
So when the guy came home, can you listen, have you talked to anyone? Did anyone get back? So I told him what my mom said. Nini. He was like, oh, fucks.
Yeah.
So he told me just switch on the phone. At some point, you'll need to talk to them.
Yeah.
So I switched on the phone. My mom called and she encouraged me. And I could feel from her voice, she's really broken. But then, and she told me, I don't have another daughter.
Yeah.
You're our only daughter. If we should throw you, it would be like throwing you in the arms of the world and Satan to tear you down. True. Not now. So you just come back home.
Yeah.
We will know what to do from there. So I told her I will come back home. I told her to give me some time. So I stayed day 4, day 5, and every day she would call and check in on me and tell me to make sure I'm eating well and not to allow myself too much stress.
Yeah.
And I don't, and that I should not even think of getting rid of that baby. So I was like, wow, okay, fine. If my mom is okay, my older brother is okay, my dad would not have anything mean to tell me.
True.
So I decided, okay, fine, let me just go back home. Because anyway, I don't want to get married.
True.
I don't know what I want, but marriage is not it.
It's not the plan.
So I went back home. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, that's way uko na bahati. Most parents would not. Ati encouraging verses. 21. Wow. And then now from there, how did you get to a point now to want marriage? I think a lot of ladies, once they get pregnant at home, and their parents just take care of them.
Yeah.
Most get comfortable and they let the baby now be their parents. Then they just chill. Like hawataki it's comfort for them. So where did now ulifikaje ukafeel now I'm ready to make this big move?
Married.
Yeah.
So so after going back home, everyone else was, this is very normal. And I mean, as much as it was not normal, few years back, getting a baby from home was such a big deal.
Yeah.
And the neighbors, and then I come from a very small village.
So everyone knows you.
So everyone knows you,
Yeah.
and even if they don't know you, they know someone who knows you. So it was something that was known by so many people. Remember, I'm a church girl.
Hey, yes.
Pale mbele kwa pulpit.
Why?
I was in the
Praise
praise
and
and worship. Hey, where? From home, probably you're getting a little comfort, because in as much as people are not happy, nobody is happy. This is not something you do and everyone should give you presents.
Yeah.
This is something everyone is disappointed, yes. But at least at home they were giving me somewhere to lean on. But then the church, not everyone is going to comfort you.
True.
People are
nilikuwa naenda
teary.
church bado.
Nilikuwa naenda church. My mom told me, you will go to church every single Sunday. You're not quitting church because of what people are going to say.
Yeah.
Even if you stay at home, they will still say it.
True.
You did not drop Jesus when you got that pregnancy.
Yes.
This was just a setback. You just fell. Pick yourself up. You're going to be going to church because you need your
community,
a fellowship and everything.
Yeah.
And not everyone there is waiting for you to tear you down. Some other people there are going to be waiting for you just to comfort you, just to give you a word of encouragement that things might have gone the way they went, but you can still find comfort in God.
True.
So I think that really helped with my mom being, till date, I tell people my mom is my best friend.
Yeah.
My mom stood with me when the world was tearing me down.
Yeah.
Everybody judged me. My mom didn't judge me. In as much as she would throw a word, kamoja one day when she's furious.
Yes.
But then I used to say, this is not the worst that would have happened.
True.
She would have chased me home, but she didn't. She would have decided, you know what? Whoever got you pregnant will marry you. She didn't force me to marry it.
Yeah.
She told me, you will stay home. If that man decides he wants to marry you out of love, he will marry you. If he doesn't want, maybe God has a different plan for your life.
Yeah.
So maybe the one word would hurt me and put me down kidogo. But then nilijiita kamkutano, aka small meeting. Mama, here you are. And you decided you're not getting rid of this pregnancy. So you face it. Head high, face it.
Yeah. So
the baby came. Thank you to my family. My brothers became the little daddies to my son. I got a son. So I feel like the surrounding was not as hostile as I was imagining it. Because I thought, I don't know how everything will go. Probably I will need to leave home sometime. I never left home. I stayed home and I stayed in church. I had to leave the ministry, prison worship. And I was also a youth leader. So I had to leave that too. But after a while, I got back to prison worship. And I continued with my now normal life. And I had learned my lessons. But then the question you asked, how I got to now decide, okay, fine, I'm going to get married in time. So eventually, my son's dad decided, you know what, probably it's time now I make up my mind. And he came home. And now being an only daughter, my mom told him, we are not in a rush to give you our daughter. She will always be here. So now, she carried that pregnancy alone here. You know, that is more of like an embarrassment in our African setup and everything. So my mom told him, it is our desire that you marry her right. You do everything that is needed until you get to a point now you can marry her from church because she has grown in church.
Yeah.
It is only right.
Yes.
And he was like, it's not a problem. So this is almost, we had our church wedding when the baby was 3. Wow. So the entire time I was still at home.
Yeah.
I was still at home.
But you are communicating?
We were communicating, kidogo kidogo, disagreements, nini. But I feel like at the time I had to take care of my son from home was just God ordained, because there are things that I needed to get from there. And there's some little maturity that I also needed, because by the time my son was born, I was 22.
Yeah.
But still at 22, I'm not sure I would have been the wife I am right now.
True.
So 3 years later, I got married at 24. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
I felt like I was now ready. Maturity wise and even emotion wise. There are things I would not have handled then that I was able to handle by the time I got married.
Wow, that's really encouraging. Wow. Hey. And then for a man to now kujitoa, anaenda home, sasa anaenda kuomba mkono. That's beautiful. At least I thank God for moms who stand up for their children.
Sure.
Because sometimes we go to the world and the world tears us down and then you're so broken.
True.
By the time now you are getting to a point where God wanted you to be, ashachukua mtu mwingine. But sasa unafika ndio unaendelea, but una hiyo ka background ka nguvu.
True.
We are talking about the heart that changed you. But we are focusing on that one thing.
Hey.
It really broke you and you just landed to Christ's feet and you don't want to leave. You just want to stay there.
Jitu sai kwanza. Ni mob.
Yeah.
Ni mob.
But I think ni life. I think most Christians believe that ukiwa kwa Kristo, like life does not happen to you.
No.
It does.
It does. That it happens worse. I'd say.
Yeah.
Like I was asking you before to answer. Is it me but do you find like Christian, the people we say Christians, ndo wana kuhata zaidi?
Yeah, I think we can say the people who are not submitted to the Holy Spirit. Kwa sababu kuna vitu zenye ukiwa na Holy Spirit huwezi tu ropo kwa
I know
sema.
Yeah. I think many let the devil use them. Okay, maybe imetoka vibaya but
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. So, we can start with maybe how did you grow up?
How did I grow up? I grew up as like any other normal child.
What is normal? What is normal to you? What is normal? Because I think in some ways we overthink, we overstretch our what people say to us because of maybe how we grew up.
Yeah, true. I've learned that because I am a believer of therapy and I've done therapy and I'm still doing therapy. And I got to understand even in my life right now, there are things I project.
Yeah.
Regarding how I grew up. So some things like how you're saying, I grew up in a family of 5 kids.
Yeah.
So I was the second born. My bro is late though.
First daughter.
Yeah, first daughter. You understand the first daughter struggle.
I do so much.
Hey! And I don't know if it's our parents, but there was just pressure in being the first daughter. Like there's a lot of pressure and a lot of, you have to like mother the other kids.
Yeah.
And I resented
the other kids.
Nilikuwa naambia, like me, when I got married, I never even loved how to cook. I didn't even know how to cook.
Yeah.
Before I got married. Because I hated it. Because I cooked. Paul, I hope it doesn't sound bad, but I cooked so much.
Yeah.
To a point I hated it. I'm like,
It's too much.
yeah. So my other partner, my significant other, they didn't give me pressure. And that's one thing I think now I grew into loving it after. I remember cooking chapo zikakauka. Zote. And what he said, he's like, don't worry, next time zitakuwa poa. That encouragement was like, come on, mbaya. And I started now loving it, pole pole. But now, looking back, it's because of my growing up. And having, because even my sisters would sit down, like, wenda utafanya. And now when my mom comes, mi ndio mkubwa, mbona hukufanya? It was just a whole circus. It was just bad. Like, I didn't love it.
Wow, that's a lot, man.
I know.
Yeah. So now, what really hurt you, sis?
So many things. In terms of what?
Emotionally. You know, when you nasema, you project a lot right now. Like, you find yourself project.
I struggle with making female friends. I don't have many female friends. I was even having a conversation with my accountability partner. Because of a setup, I think I used to feel like ladies were ile authoritative. You want us. It's more of a competition and what have you. I used to struggle. Right now I'm making female friends, but I can tell you for a fact, my small circle of friends who know me kabisa, they are not many. But I have many male friends. It is serious to a point. Even my lineup here wedding, my male friends walisimamia.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
I know.
And how does your husband take it?
He loves
okay?
it.
Oh, wow.
He's like,
That's different.
In fact, more, says that niko na mauchungu na my male friends, they are more friends with him than me.
So ni kama
waliniruka. Waliniruka too. Like, only one that the wife became my friend. But the rest are friends with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
But at least you got one. The wife.
Yeah, the wife, and she's a very good friend. I love her. She has helped me with my son issue. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, but she God may help too.
Yeah, amazing. So now going forward, ni nini tuseme tu kitu yenye mtu ashai kushow and then ukaji rethink and overthink and underthink and hizo thinking zote ndio uko like sijui inatokea wapi, and how did you deal with it?
I think I'm still dealing with it. And that will be a long story. Are you sure
Please,
you want it?
we have all the time. Take your time.
Hey, this is a serious one. It hurt me. It might not come out the way it came out, but I remember there's a time there was a certain event and I was sidelined.
Yeah.
And when the event were categorical that they don't want me to be part of the event, and this is a person I loved.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm saying I loved. God is working on that relationship. Yeah. But sasa later, because me now, if I love, Like, I'm a hopeless romantic. Sinaga 50-50. We are either friends or no friends.
Yeah.
So because they sidelined me and they said they don't want me to be part of that event, I asked. I was like, by the way, why? Why? What I was told hurt more than being sidelined.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
What happened?
That person echoing their words, they were like, I heard you guys are struggling and my stuff is this much.
Oh.
I didn't even say anything. I was like, what? Ni mimi sijasikia vizuri ama? Niko dhati? Alirudia.
The same statement.
Yes. That crushed me. You see, now sidelined hurt me.
Yeah.
That statement crushed me. I was like, no way.
No
way. Especially coming from that person.
Ni relative ama ni bishi tu huko kando?
Ni msetu napenda, wacha nisiseme because kuna watu wanajua hiyo story. Kuna mtu tu atashikanisha ni nani. Hiyo nayo iliniuma.
Yeah. Now how did you deal with it?
Not even dealing with it. The worst part is that they wanted my significant other to be part of the event.
Oh dear.
Yes.
And you are one?
Yes. It was worse. My partner was like, nah, if you don't want my wife, I'll not be part of the event.
Yeah.
Now that brought drama. Because it escalated everything.
Yeah.
Calls were made, hurtful words were said. It was just dramatic.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot dealing with it, and especially coming from that person, because I loved that person. I loved that person.
Yeah.
Sana. And it got to a point because mimi na sikuwa naamini, unajua stages of pain. The first one is denial.
Yeah.
You're like, nah.
Maybe ni mimi overthink.
Ni mimi overthink kama yezi kuwa like mzee hizi niambie hivi like but unakujanga unakuwa into kuna mali nafikanga una accept like it happened. So I got to that point, but the reason I got to that point because I raised it so much, tried to bring this up and they were like, mi sioni makosa yangu. Anyway, pole. So I was like, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, sawa, nime-accept.
Tuendelee
tu maisha iendelee.
Wow.
And from that point, I told you I love this person. I
Yeah.
hated this person with all my heart.
Wow.
Love turned to hate.
na ni Mkristo
na nimeokoka. Wacha yeye Mkristo, mimi pia nimeokoka.
Umeokoka.
Like
Yeah.
hate na umeokoka, you know, it's also not Christian.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, of course.
Living.
Yeah.
Hata yeye ni Mkristo. Holy Spirit filled. Speaking in tongues. Yes.
Oh dear. Okay.
Nikakuwa tu hivyo, nika accept, na for a long time we couldn't see eye to eye.
Yeah.
And we would meet.
Na WhatsApp status mnaona
No, I
hata
blocked.
muongei okay.
Yeah.
Na Instagram hakuna.
No, I blocked everywhere and followed kwenye singe block.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. I needed to get over it, but I couldn't get over it because I still love that person.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a part of me, one of my friends argues and says maybe I had built my world, not really my world around them, but I used to imagine, and we would even have that conversation, like our kids would hang out
together.
and me, but
yeah. Na pia alikuwa in the joining of the conversation that watoto wenyu mata hang out pamoja.
I think ni mimi ni expectations.
Ilikuwa tu kwa mind yako.
I think ni mimi nilikuwa
Like
na expectations.
huku
No, me I used to imagine us being like that.
Oh dear.
That matoi wangu naweza mdrop, and then we come from the same place. So I would think like nita drop watoi
Uende.
and then anaweza drop wake, kids would bond.
Yeah.
Kilini ramba.
Wow. Female friendships, we
Kilini
need to change.
ramba.
We need to change, guys. Na hiyo unaweza sema ni kitu yenye imehappen kwa sababu of your childhood ama...
Not really, because I don't make a lot of female friends. So if I make one, nakuaga ile
umemshikilia kabisa.
Sana, whether your family or not, even my friends, my cousins are my friends. Like family ni mabeshti. Sasa unajua wanasemanga ukiingiana sana. I'm also learning that because I'm in there. Ukiingiana sana before nikaa mkono imeshikana na shoulder. Before we toy, there must be heart. So that's what I'm learning, to be cordial with people, though I can't be cordial with... I don't know how to be cordial with people. Me, we are either friends or no friends. Sijuangi kuwa na hiyo katikati ati, walking on eggshells around you. How?
Ama acquaintances.
I don't know. It has costed me even in workplaces. Because now this is work. But I can see a friend at work. Inani help.
Yes. Amazing. Thank you for breaking the ice for us. Now we can go now to the matters.
All right.
The heart that changed you.
Woo!
I know the size.
Are there subjects? Because
we have a lot.
Because the heart that changed me. I come from a family of 5. So when I was around 12 years old, my mom got sick.
Yeah.
And she got a chronic illness. She got stroke. Her left side became paralyzed, and it brought a shift, a transition in our home, in that at my tender age, I had to now learn to maintain and balance things in the home. And I'm still in school. And also I had to now... My father is the one who now had to step in the shoes of both a father and a mother. But it changed me. It really did. Because first of all, my mom was also a breadwinner. So now combined with my dad, they were able to make things work in the home. But now that one person is entirely not doing it, so it is just my father who's doing everything. And now still me and my siblings have to go to school, guys. So it's entirely him trying to balance both. And then they were still, of course, they're still married, and we thank God for that. So it is marriage, school, work, and family. And oh my God, it was at all.
Are you the last one? Are you
I'm actually
only daughter?
I'm the only daughter. I only have brothers, and I thank God for that as well. So I am the only daughter, meaning I am my mom's friend. I'm also my mom's headache at some point, but yes, we thank God we're able to just be a family as well, and just continue helping and growing one another. Because when she got ill, it's not what we all expected. In fact, from the time I was 12, she would not have made it. She stayed in the hospital for around 1.5 months. And I remember when she came back home, I was telling my dad, Mom is not okay. Can she go back home? Can she go back to the hospital so that she can become well, then she comes back home? And my dad was like, no, it is better when she's at home. I'm like, guys are not sick, mom, it's not fine. And at some point we really had wanted to go visit her in the hospital, but there was a policy of no children going to the hospital. So yes, that was my mom coming back home with us. And now, because it left her paralyzed, she could not do anything by herself. She had to rely on us to help her. I also believe it also changed her, because at that time she only has children, and these children basically don't even know how to take care of her mother. So I became a mother, sort of, trying to manage things, trying to do things as my family will have expected, and also just trying to be a small girl.
How did that go? Because I'm wondering, a mind of a 12-year-old.
Yes.
But and that huge
anyone who is doing marriage, family, right now, I am blessed to have you guys in my life, because it's not easy. At that age, did I even know what taking care of a family is? No. I only did what I was instructed to do. So whether it was working for me or not, I wouldn't tell at that tender age. And in that space, I normally say there's a part of me that I lost in my childhood, because now I had to get into responsibilities. But I'm grateful that there's a verse that says all things work out good for those who trust in the Lord. I believe that somehow the redeeming power of the Lord will get me where I'm supposed to be. Because at that age, I was mainly focused on just helping my mom out. Yes, I was going to school, but my main focus was like, I have to go back home. Mom has not received this. And also at that point, my dad is still working. So we cannot say that he was going to be at home to take care of mom.
True.
No, he had to go to work. Us who are going to school had to go to school. I think for the first couple of months, we had house managers, we had house help to help us. But now as it proceeds, financially it becomes a bit strenuous, because this is a chronic illness. She was in and out of the hospital every weekend. She has to go for physiotherapy, and of course that's still money. So it was a big toil financially, I'll say, and even emotionally it was draining a lot, because there are things I wouldn't understand at that age. I only knew to be a girl, but then again, was I really a girl at that point? I was, but I had to step up into shoes that were not really my shoes. But if I look at it now, honestly, God has really helped me, because even the things I did then, I didn't know. Taking care of others, I didn't know. But God somehow will just help me, and I'm here because God has helped me a lot.
Now, taking care of a parent, I know it's a big task, and a big responsibility, because it's not someone that you have grown in your womb. So you don't know this is the expectation or this is not the expectation. Did you find yourself scolding even yourself that I would have done that better? Maybe this night she did not sleep well. I would have done this better. Did you find yourself in such a situation? Oh,
of course. Now having that, it's actually a mother, so taking care of mothers, you know how mothers can be. Mothers are very intentional, and mothers want things to go their way. If it's not their way, it is their way. That's the only thing how mothers relate. And of course it was not easy. There are times I will be late to give mom her food, and especially because she always had medication every day. So the times I'm late giving her, she's like, surely, why are you giving me this food very late? And I'm like, oh my God, Mom, I'm so sorry. So I had to also, there are things I had to sacrifice on my end. Yes, there are things I had to sacrifice so that they could be at least a better, I wanted my mom to have a better place at home. Just a healthy environment, because even at the hospital they kept telling her, you need to go back to an environment that is stress-free. That there is not a lot of noise. They were even telling my mom, if my dad was someone who was drinking, he needs to quit drinking. But I thank God my dad was not under any influence of drugs. So that, by God's grace, our home was not very healthy, but it was a convenient place for her, so that she can recover very quickly. Because now for stroke, it's when your high blood pressure keeps getting rising and rising and rising. So anything that will cause her high blood pressure to rise, it's a no for us in the home. So if she will complain a lot, we had to check our habits. If she's complaining about, you guys are not doing this, we're like, we have to change our habits. let's just say we had to grow up at a very young age.
Yeah.
So that we can just have an environment that is very convenient and conducive for her to get better very fast.
Yeah.
Yes, we are still hoping. We know that God is still in control. She has really improved from the time she came from the hospital, because now it's almost like 18 years. Yes, she has really, really improved.
18.
She's not the same. Yes, she's not the same
Wow.
person. Yes, she's not the same person who came out from the hospital.
Yeah.
I think also even her life also had changed. Because you see, her life was just a bit like career-wise, it was cut short. There are very many things that were cut short.
Yeah.
And they just left her to be, probably you'll say that maybe she's being left behind.
Yeah.
But you see, with God, there's nothing like being left behind. With God is always moving forward, even when it does not look like so.
True.
And then the past will always be the past. And somehow you have to shake up from the past and move forward.
Yeah.
Because no one expected that she'll be ill. No one anticipated that illness.
Yeah.
But somehow you have to get out of your past. And it's the worst part, because your past has a tendency of comfortability.
Yeah.
And when you're comfortable, you cannot embrace what is being brought. You cannot embrace the future.
Yeah, because I didn't grow up in a complete family. Yeah, my mother is a single mother, not by choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but divorce happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit of your growing up. How was it like?
We lived in Githega, that is Githongori, Kiambu County. And then life happened. My mother and father were divorced. We moved to Nairobi.
And in your family setup, we can say are you the first daughter, or you are in the middle hapo katikati?
No, actually I'm the last daughter. We are 5 girls and 6 boys.
Wow.
So we are 11.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
How was that for you, seeing your parents in that situation and now shifting?
I was so young, so I didn't see any problem. I didn't know families could have problems.
Yeah.
But now I know, because I'm in one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The goal is to understand each other.
Yeah.
Na kuvumilia kidogo kidogo, but usivumilie vitu weird.
Yeah. Now, what would you say? So now umesha grow up, umesha toka Githongori, mmekuja Nairobi. How was life for you after that change? Did you feel like there was a shift?
It was merrier for us children.
Yeah.
But maybe for my mother it was a bit hard.
Yeah.
But for us children growing in Nairobi, we had everything. Because my mother was a hardworking woman, a very hardworking woman. Growing up, we got challenges. It's, after like 1 year or 2 years, where my mother was working, they started constructing a road. So she was moved. She didn't have anywhere else to go. Life became a bit difficult for us.
Now the business was moved.
Yes, the business was moved. She didn't have any other place to put the business, because the construction of the road, all people are removed, apart from those who are in the apartments or something.
Yeah.
So between class 4, that is to 2004, 2005 and 2007, we suffered a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we used to, they moved us from a private school to another private school, but it is far away. Like I was moving from Dandora to Mwiki by foot.
Hey, that's far.
But I was not alone. Yeah, I had my big sister and my big brother. We used to go to Mwiki every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course it was hard.
That was very hard because it is very far.
Yeah.
And on the road, like the ghetto, there's a problem with the ghetto. People, there are so many thieves and thugs. So mkienda shule unapata mtu amechomwa hapa, ameiba, amechomwa. You are small, so I grew up seeing people wanachomwa, wanapigwa risasi. Yeah, those kind of things.
Wow. Hey, wow. Okay, that's a lot. So how did you interpret it now when you are young? What was going on in your mind?
I think I got used to it. And because I've ever seen someone akidungana kisu, like I saw, nafaa tu kuchomwa because there's a time I was going to school and a certain thief akadunga mwanaume kisu akienda job, and all he had is 300 shillings and akatululu phone. So I wondered, was it worth killing someone?
Wow, that's
so I think I just saw like it is supposed to wanafaa kuchomwa tu. Then there was a time the police were given ruhusa ya shoot to kill in Dandora, so that the busyness are reduced. And it reduced right now. Okay, nimekawia kukaa huko sana, but I think it's better.
Compared to that time.
Compared to those times.
Wow.
Also the 2007 election violence ilitu nini kidogo, kutuingiza kidogo because we live near other so many tribes. We are so many tribes in the ghetto, so kuna watu wanasikia wivu, mko na nyumba, wengine wanasikia like sipendi hawa wa tribe like that.
Did you experience any violence that time, especially now?
A lot. A lot, because ulikuwa na kuna time hatukuwa tuna nini, tunapata kitu ya kukula, so you have to go to tuseme stage, from home to stage like ni kama tuseme kama 600 meters. So before ufike stage unapata watu wamekatakatwa, pigs are eating people's bodies. Such scenes. The ghetto is hard for children.
It's very difficult. By any did you ever think maybe if we were in Githongori this I would have not experienced this? Or hata unafikiria?
No, sijaifikiria kurudi huko. Because I saw how my mother had suffered before. So now that she was a bit happy, I didn't mind whatever. And I knew it will pass. And it passed. We are here, yes.
We are here, we thank the Lord. Wow, those are deep insights. Alafu umetupeleka from 0 to 101 mbio.
The ghetto life, it's not as simple as people may think. Some scenes children see,
they are not healthy.
They are not healthy. And if your child hana mental stability mzuri, in the future inaweza kuwa trauma. But for me it's not trauma. Like I think those people deserve that.
Wow.
But the violence, they do not deserve that.
But that the significant story of that man with 300 shillings and katululu, that yenye mestick kwa kichwa, that means hiyo hakukuwa na deserve.
Hakuwa na deserve that.
Now after finishing campus, you're 60%. You want to be in business. So how do your parents take this? Because every parent, once you take a child to university, the next thing it's
employment.
So how did that go?
That was it was a roller coaster. It was a lot. Understandably so, because you see now all these years later, now I understand that for a parent, that is the only way they are assured of your financial stability. And that is the only way they know. So in their minds, most of them are constantly thinking,
I want to be sure that she's okay, even without me.
Yeah.
And so if you are stumbling, they get stressed because now they don't know if they can, like, they don't know what would happen if you left, like you moved out or something. Kama utaweza to do things by yourself. But it was rough. So for me at the time, I didn't understand that. So I really struggled with explaining to them that this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And while on their end, they're like, what do you mean? What is this? And then there was no context for this is something that your auntie did or your whoever did.
Yeah.
So I was really struggling. I felt so confused. I felt so conflicted. And then it doesn't help that I wasn't very firm in my walk with God.
Yeah.
So everything was stumbling because the most important thing was not firm.
True.
And now I know that. At the time I was like, I'm the one who's thinking my own things. But it was tough. It was tough because there's a way they imagine your life to open up.
True.
And then you come and tell them a different narrative. Hey, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
So it was tough for sure. Yeah.
But they eventually supported?
Yes, like many years later. I came to understand. I think some things you can only understand as your life progresses. Because I came to understand that sometimes all our parents want is what I said earlier, and also to see it work.
Yeah.
So over time, they saw it work. I had my ups and downs. I still have my ups and downs, but they saw it make sense. They saw a consistency. They saw that, okay, so now she has an office. Okay. I think when that started happening, they started realizing, you know what, this is actually working. Because we were talking about this the other day with some friends, and we realized your parents will always see you as a child.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're 50 or 70 or 100, you will always be a child to them.
Yeah.
So for them, they are not sure you know what you're saying. You know, they're constantly wondering, are you sure of what you're saying? Are you sure of what you're saying? Like, all of that.
Yeah.
But then when they see it working, they're like, oh, because if you think about how when you see a child walking, they stumble a bit, you're over there, you know. So I feel like that's how they are. Until you start, like they say, oh, you're fine. Like right now, you wouldn't be chasing your children who are already walking because they are fine. But the one who's stumbling kidogo, you'll be very keen on them. So I realized, okay, maybe it comes with age. I think.
I'm wakiona you're good enough. You can do it. So let's
like,
let
okay,
you be.
so and then they let you be and see you fly, and they're like, oh, I think she's fine. And then later on, they're like, oh, they're even the ones who start telling people what you do.
Oh, that's
nice.
That's amazing.
That was such a big deal. One of the things I struggled with a lot was the fact that they were not very excited about talking about what I do. That used to crush me. So I'd notice. Of course, I'd notice. So I'd be like, wow, okay, so hopefully one day. So here
so
we
remained
are.
hopeful.
I did. Yeah.
But I think when that first time that they said, now by the way, wangeshi ini ya thamani yake. What was that one thing in ilikuwa kwa, like in your feelings of what you felt in your heart?
Honestly, I felt so validated. I'm a words of affirmation kind of girl. So I felt so validated. So I think, knowingly or unknowingly, I really, really craved that validation. I didn't know I craved it that much. I mean, everyone else around me would tell me, you're doing a good job. It was nice. But this one was important. It was really important to me. So the first time I can't even remember. But I feel like also when I started being intentional about God, he helped me make peace with the fact that I wasn't getting it. So by the time I was getting it the first time, it was oh, thank you, Jesus. You were like, oh wow, thank you. I had healed from I was craving it oh my God, I craved it too much. And I think that's why I also needed to stop depending on it too much, because what if it never happened? I mean, thank God it did, but what if it never happened?
Yeah.
You know, would I live my whole life just feeling sad? Yeah.
Or waiting.
Yeah,
Waiting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And you see, now we are processing things differently. Now I know that because we have these conversations and they tell me certain things and I'm just like, oh, okay, mimi sikuwa naelewa at that time.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But I thank God that validation, once it happens, you're like, okay. Like,
Yeah.
I think God
really works. I feel like if there's something, not I feel like, I know.
Yes.
If there's one thing I am grateful for every single day, is the fact that God has worked on me and been so patient with me. So patient. There are things that I craved so much to hear, but then over time I was just like, it's not that. I mean, it would be nice, but it wasn't something that I am so, oh my God, I need it. He filled so many spaces I had in my heart. So by the time some of these things were happening, I was just like, wow, thank you. But I'm not as needy as I was. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. But I can imagine the what's one thing it challenged you between the season of starting now starting the journey. So unajua now it's me as alone before Christ.
Yeah.
Do your time ukua kwa Christ,
but I was still family.
Yeah. And then now to Christ filling you and assuring you this is what I've called you to. Now ulijua aje ndio purpose?
To be honest, I usually wonder if anyone has an answer ati kusema God. Okay, me at least mine is not that dramatic. Mine is very. There was a fulfillment that I found in doing this that I didn't find in anything else. Anything at all. See, for me, I like, okay, so here's the thing. For me, identity is very important.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I struggled with the most is my identity. And so, the way of clothing became a way that showed me how lost I was when it comes to identity. I used to feel like I have to dress a certain way. I have to look a certain way. My body needs to look a certain way. So I struggled so much in the area of dressing, but the core was my identity. That was the problem. That was at the center of it. So even when I started selling things, I could tell that even when I'd buy clothes to sell and everything, there was something that was still, shaky. So by the time I was getting into business, I am one of those people who got born again very early.
Yeah.
But I'm also one of those people who fumbled a million times.
Yeah.
And I'm also one of those people who got born again 50 times in high school. So we're going to serious. So I think when I felt like, okay, I'll give this a shot. At first it wasn't from a conviction. It was just, I'll give this a shot. So I gave it a shot, and over time was when I started to realize, wait, there's something that is missing here.
Yeah.
And no matter how much I sell, no matter how beautiful my jewelry is, there's something. I don't know, I couldn't explain it, but I was just like, something is not making sense.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just buying and selling things like everyone else. And so something happened in my life that made me really, really decide. And I was just like, you know what, I really want to be serious with you, God. I've realized I am joking. I am seriously joking. I'm not grounded. I'm not, there's no fundamental thing in my life. Everything is everywhere. You know how you're just like, and so I decided, you know what, God, I want to walk with you. I don't even know what that looks like, but I want to be intentional. And I feel like when I made that decision, what I did started making sense. It's not like I changed. It was the same thing, but I felt a fulfillment I'd never felt before. Some of the testimonies I'd hear from clients, I'd be like, oh, that's weird, but okay, that's nice. Like someone would tell me how just selling to them a pair of earrings
it made them so happy. I'm like, it's just earrings.
Yeah.
I remember gifting someone a pair of earrings. It was a total stranger story for another day. And they removed what they had.
Oh.
And they wore the earrings I gifted them. It was in a matatu. That was one of the weirdest things I have
Was
done.
it an instruction?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I think no, those are some of the things that I did, and sometimes I'm like, anyway, this is not the same, because I was just in a matatu. I carried earrings from home, thinking I was going to take them to someone else.
Yeah.
But then somewhere along the road, God just put it in my heart to gift the lady who was seated next to me, and that was the weirdest thing. Thankfully, she was warm. At least she had me. She listened to me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that was so weird. Hey, she listened to me. She was like, I told her my name. By God's grace and God's design, her daughter is also called Wangeshi.
Oh, wow.
So that was easy.
Mm.
And then I just told her, I just want to bless you with these earrings.
Yeah.
I didn't tell her it was an instruction or anything. I feel like it makes things easier when you don't say that. Because when you say that, sometimes it creeps people out.
Because what do you mean?
I just like, what are you saying? So I just gave her. She was so excited. She removed the earrings she was wearing and she wore the ones I gave her.
Oh.
And I think those are some of the things I thought about later, and I was like, now it makes sense. Now I'm not just buying and selling things. So that became a very important thing to my journey till today.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful.
Yes.
Wow. Maybe you can tell us a little bit. Okay, I had you correcting someone and it stood out so much for me. And I just wanted to see, like, do you like realize when someone has maybe some toxic traits or something? Like, because that lady, she was talking from a place of victimization. And you came out like, I think you need to go and do some soul searching to understand if this triggering you is something from a place of hurt or it's something from a place of it's a you thing. Yeah. So maybe you can maybe elaborate, like, is it something that you are around so much that you saw it?
Yes. And also, okay, I'm an observant person by nature, and I listen more than I speak. Like, you see those subtle things people say in their statements, maybe you've not heard, but they can say a lot. They can tell you a lot about what is going on. And so also in my healing journey, I came to learn sometimes you need to take a step back before you start pointing fingers and saying they did. It was, you played a part, probably. By you stepping into that situation, that was you playing a part. Because probably sometimes we see the signs. We see the red flags, we see the signs, we see the everything, but we tend to like ignore them. And then when we get hurt, we want to blame the person for hurting us. But what were you expecting when you went there? And you know this person is a no-go zone.
True.
So yeah, sometimes it's good to just, even when you're healing, even though you feel justified to, react the way you are reacting, you feel justified to speak the way you're speaking, you feel justified to throw around accusations. Sometimes it's just good to take a step back, self-reflect, ask yourself, whatever I'm saying, whatever I'm doing, is it really, truly, where is it coming from? Because it helps you avoid so many altercations with people. Because not everybody will take it lying down at you, accusing them of hurting. You're like, no, I didn't do anything to you. You are the one. And then now your story falls apart. Because you're not credible. Because tukisikiza story ya mtu mwingine, we're like, true. Whatever he's saying is making sense, or she's saying is making sense, better than what you're telling us. So even in healing, self-reflection is very important because you might tend to go back to the things you know, because healing is uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
It is so uncomfortable. And you just want to go back to where you are because it's easier than staying in this discomfort.
True.
So That's it.
Oh, that's very wise.
The Lord.
Yeah. So there's something else I would like to know. Sometimes when you're in the process of, you've been hurt, you've been broken, now you're about to lift yourself up, you're in the victim mentality zone, and then after the victim mentality zone, now acceptance. How did that look for you?
For me, I think for me at that time, acceptance wasn't really my problem, because I had fallen prey to taking the blame for things.
Yeah.
So I always saw myself as the perpetrator, for lack of a better word. Like, yes, the one who did it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, the one who did it, not like the victim. So now for me, during that time, it was accepting that it's okay to say you got hurt. You don't have to cover for them
all the time.
Yeah. Like, it's okay to accept that I am a victim. It happened.
Yeah.
It hurt me. Now, that was where I was in that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's mature. Not everyone gets there.
It's not easy, honestly. And I'd say the grace of God was sufficient at that time, because if it was not him, I don't think we'd be having this conversation.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
We would be having a totally different conversation. And it was, you also have to want to work on yourself and be a better person. Like, you yourself need to see the problem. Other people can't keep telling you, your life is going like this, you shouldn't be letting people do that to you, or you should deal with this. No, it needs to come from you if it's to work. Even if you're to partner with God to work through it, it needs to be you, not your friends, not your family, not anyone but you. Because even God himself can highlight things in us that are not good.
Yes.
But he will not force us to work on them. He will not force you to get out of it. He will cause situations probably of discomfort to make you leave, but he will not force himself on you and be like, Nina, you must leave today. I have said today. If Nina does not want to leave, now God can also just wait till now. What will he do?
Yeah.
He's a gentleman. He will wait for you now to decide.
Yeah.
So even for healing, it has to come from you.
Yeah.
It has you.
Your
It's hard,
realization.
but you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So looking back, hiyo trait yenye unasema ya kukua the perpetrator, how have you worked on it? Or because of course you still meet, sasa the problem with sasa vitu kama hizi is still the same people utapatana naye kwa barabara, or you might meet at the same event because maybe you have mutual friends. So how do you now deal with it now, right now?
So right now, I'd say there's someone who taught me something, and I practice it, taking a step back in situations. When you feel like you want to go back to your old self or go back to a habit you worked out, you just take a step back and understand what is happening. No, why do I feel like this? And why does this bother me? Or why is this making me feel like this? And from understanding that, then that will help you approach better. Because yes, there are moments I do feel like the perpetrator, but I have to remind myself, I take a step back and I'm like, when we analyze this situation, you did nothing wrong. It is not you. You are not the problem. That is it.
So at least give yourself grace.
A lot. A lot. But now the problem is, I feel like when we tell people to give themselves grace, you overdo the grace
on yourself.
You overdo every single thing. It's I'm giving myself grace. I'm giving myself grace. No. Because now you are jumping from the frying pan to the fire, because that is another problem that you will start. Now you have to stop now also being a victim. Now you have to start learning to stop being a victim and taking accountability for things you do. Because in some situations, genuinely, even though we have gone through stuff in life, it is not a justification to be a horrible person in life.
Right.
Yes, it is not. It is not justification. People tend to do that. They're like, oh, but you know, this is a trigger, this is a... Hey. They are not the people who hurt you. Because hurt people.
Yes.
So you are hurt. This person was not hurt, but because of you, they become hurt. We continue the cycle. That's why we have a bunch of broken people and hurt people around. So even as you give yourself grace, remember to also caution yourself and pace yourself with this grace that you are according yourself. Yes. There's a time to work and there's a time to... Yes, there you indeed give yourself grace. But there's a time to just accept, that this is how things are.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now you pick the broken glasses.
Yeah.
Pat them, put on, moving on.
You know the good thing of doing it with God or doing it with Christ is the fact that you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
He does it for you.
Yeah.
And you're not alone in the storm.
Yeah.
It's funny. There are people who life may be crumbling, but because they have Christ, they're at peace.
True.
You're like, you should be freaking out.
Yeah.
You should be screaming at the top of your lungs at what is happening. But they're like, no, I'm okay. I'm at peace. They're laughing. I have the joy of the Lord in me. And it's genuine. It's not forced. It's not anything. So that's the beauty of even healing with Christ, healing in God. Like, He is with you even in that turbulence of healing, in that discomfort, in that everything. He will be there. When you try to fix the pieces by yourself, most probably it will crumble again.
Yeah.
And it will put you in a worse position than you were.
True.
And it will make you feel bad, and you'll fall into despair because you're like, was I meant to stay here forever?
Yeah.
And you'll just stay there.
Yeah.
And yes, life might not need you to go down that path, but at some point in life, years later, you might have to deal with that emotion because the path you're on does not allow you to go through it unless you heal, unless you deal with what happened.
True.
Whether you like it or not. So yeah.
Wow, that's nice. Yeah. So did you go through your healing via therapy or the Holy Spirit?
As we are of the therapist of the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
No, I did not go to therapy. Like continuously. I tried a few times, but not a whole session, like 6 sessions, no, just once or twice. But mostly it was me and the Holy Ghost. Yeah. We were... How do I say this? At some point, the Lord did highlight these things, even though I was not in Him. He had started to work out these things and be like, girl, this one gotta go. We gotta do this. And there's a point you hit rock bottom and the only way to go is up.
Right.
So you just accept and you're like, you know what? Let's just work on it. And also now your box where you usually put your feelings, emotions, everything bad that happens to you, if it blows up, now you gotta deal with it.
Yeah.
Because everything now becomes everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, the school of the Holy Spirit
so much recommended.
Yeah, recommendations. Yeah. But also I do not take away the place of therapy. Having a therapist is also nice. If you feel the need, let nobody victimize you into feeling like it's a bad thing.
Yes.
Or making you feel like, no, you shouldn't be doing that.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss Kia, don't feel bad. Go to therapy if you need to go to therapy. You understand yourself better. And I think it opens your eyes to now stop seeing yourself as the victim.
Yes.
Because I think most people are stuck there. Ni mimi walifanyia, ni mimi, ni mimi.
Yeah.
But now when you now take a step back and now the therapist asks hard questions.
It's not, excuse me, when I look at it, I'm like, it's not really that they're hard questions.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it's a tough reality to confront.
Right.
Because it feels like you are reliving those moments that you have tried so hard to run away from. And now it feels like, oops, okay, now we have to live like this again. Wow, okay. And it's not interesting because as you are recounting this to your therapist, the emotions, the hurt, the anger, they might come up.
Yeah.
Because you haven't dealt with it. So yeah, but if you need to go to a therapist, go and please cooperate for your good.
Yeah.
Because for me, I think also what motivated me was the fact that I don't want to be a horrible person to other people. I don't want to hurt other people because I'm a victim.
Yes.
Because I've been hurt. Like that, I use that as justification to treat people the way I want. You end up hurting people who are not even hurt, who didn't have certain traumas, who didn't have anything, but now because you opened that can of worms and decided to be a victim, you hurt someone.
Yeah.
It might have been unintentional, but it happened. It happened. Because even us, some of the hurt we have experienced, it was probably unintentional from that person's point of view. Yeah. They never knew they were hurting you. They never saw it as hurt. They never thought they were breaking you. They never saw all these things. But oh well, it happened and here we are. So instead of continuing this trend of broken people and hurt people, I think in as much as it's hard, give it a try and do it with the Lord. Yeah. So that you don't end up hurting someone's child. Yeah. Because then again also, when you become a parent, your children will emulate what they see from you. True. And the things you do, even though you think you do in secret, kids are very intelligent, by the way. True. We think that kids don't understand things, but they're very intelligent. And they will start to mimic you. And they will be the very reflection of the things you detest the most. Yes. Because that's what they see in you. Yeah. So instead of all that, let's just take time to work on ourselves. It's hard. Yeah. But it is totally worth it. True. Totally.
Yeah, I am of first to go 7 in total.
Wow. Even your cousins are women?
No, okay, kwa mama okay kwa 7 na mimi ndio mkubwa.
Oh wow, first born
3 girls. No, 4 girls, 3 boys. Yeah.
So you're the first born daughter?
Yeah.
So that's younger is the size. First born daughters. Hugs. How is that? How is that being a first born daughter?
It's not pure easy and hard. Because at most times when I unajipatanga as a firstborn daughter, as a firstborn daughter, unajipata wanakuachianga a lot of stuff. Okay, they don't feel like you also have to deal with your own shit alone. So wanakuachianga uko na mizigo mingi, you have to take care of some people. Like you can never take care of yourself and just think about you alone. There's always people as well should care. Yeah. It's a bit exhausting because this year I decided like, okay, I don't want to use the words, but F that and nikamwa. No more picking calls from my sisters, no more like mtu akiwa na shughuli zake, like mtu akiwa na mashida, mbona kila mtu mimi ni 911 yake, but me don't have a 911 either. So I can't form. Just start living life alone.
Yeah.
In Britain.
How is that decision? Has that decision made your life easy or hard? Do you know ushakuwa programmed? You have to think of other people.
Mentally, it's not easy because these are people you've grown with. Yeah. These are people you used to see in your daily life. These are people who, when they don't call you, you're worried. What are they doing? Akona nani, ako happy. So mentally, it's not been easy, but I just decided equate to evil. Yeah. Because we all have our life. We're trying to get somewhere. So the more I'm concentrating on building someone else, me neglect. I was just losing myself. Yeah. Because the depression. Yeah. So nikaamua nichukue mimi peke yangu na mtoto wangu tuendelee na maisha hiyo.
Sasa when you started living with mom, how was that for you sasa from class 6? Of course sasa hapo unajijua.
It was not easy because okay, at first ningeenda kuishi kwake ilikuwa because permanently sasa nilimove kwa my mom nikiwa form 1. Class 6 ilikuwa tu ile anatuchukua cause analipa food and because nilikuwa nasomea time kwa public school. So anatulipia food na nini cause shosha alikuwa amesema imefika mahali she can't do it anymore na ana place anatoa pesa. So form 1 alinichukua sasa nikaanza kukaa naye permanently and it was a bit tough cause ndio nilikuwa nimeintroducewa to a stepdad. Na maisha yangu yote nilikuwa nimezoea kumuitanga auntie because you see I'm living at my grandma's, we're with cousins. So all my life growing up I've known my mom as auntie. So I have to start adapting calling her mom. I have to start calling another man I just met dad. And a whole new kid, my brother. It was not easy at first, but kuzoea tu na myself na adapt. Yeah.
So most of after umeingia high school, when is the first time you realize mtu amekukosea and uko na hapana hiyo si mimi ina overthink?
In high school,
anywhere unajua baby atokiwa mdogo.
Okay, there's this scene I always remember. There was this time my mom came and she chose to stay with my sister. Okay, alinikujanga, I know hata sasa akanisikiza anaweza shangaa na kumbuka juu tu kama hizo ilikuwa kitambo sana, I was young. So alikujanga and I cried so much because I wanted to go with her to start living with her, but she chose my sister. Akaondoka na yeye in the name bwana yake ataki, like hanijui mimi ni wake, so ameenda na sister wangu. And that thing hurt me so much. Ilikuwa inashinda ikijirudianga. I don't know why, but I was trying so much to let go of that, but ilikuwa inashinda ikijirudianga. Then kaona maybe me see overthink, maybe kweli alinikosea. Very sad to find life.
You move on.
Yeah.
Na ushaipata courage ya kumwambia okay, kama kitu kama hiyo?
About that sijaongea, but I've talked about other things to her.
After you've grown.
Yeah.
That's good. It's progress. You're here.
Yeah.
Sasa when you grew and now you went to high school, nini shay happen yuko like, we, mi by the way hapa, kuko nimeenda sana.
This happened. High school. I think the biggest thing you share in high school is kupata mimba. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that one hit me like, whoa, sasa imetoka. I know it kwenye imetoka, but unaona hiyo regrets ujamaliza shule. Mistake sikuwa, because that after kupata ball sikuwa nataka kuacha shule.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go back to school.
Yeah.
And I finished actually. So, but I think that was the that was the biggest. I was scared.
Ulikuwa form?
Nilikuwa form 3. And I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know how to say it. Because that's what walianza kunotice. Ikiwa 6 months. Ndio mama wakaniona niko na mimba.
What was that reaction?
Kawa. So like nimeamka na prepare nataka kwenda shule because nilikuwa high school, nilikuwa hiyo time nilikuwa day school.
Yeah.
So nimevaa kawaida, after notice tumbo langu imeanza kuwa kubwa, nikaanza kuvaa shati peke yake bila sweater. So this one morning my mom alikuwa ameamka mbele yangu, so amekaa kwa opposite wakaniambia, "Hebu vaa hiyo sweater." Out.
Trap is here.
So I insist nivae hiyo sweater, and when I wore it kakajichora.
Yeah.
Ndio akaniambia, "Uko na mimba?" No, eti uko na mimba. Ita babako. So Zali toka akaniangalia hata kuniongelesha. Mama akamwambia, "Msichana wako kwa mimba." Akaniambia tu, "Disappoint akalala." And then I went to school.
Say, sasa what was going in your mind? like in that moment?
I was confused. Guy. I was confused. I started feeling like maybe decision, because there are friends of mine when you're calling advice like nitoe just nilijua niko late because mimi nilikuwa my periods zilikuwa zinakujanga irregularly, so set inategemea next month ama the other month itarudi. So by the time najua niko na mimba ishakuwa kubwa, nikaanza kujiambia ama niwasikize niende tu nitoe, but najimzana nikikufa enda but adapt nikakaa nayo, but life ilikuwa ngumu hiyo time hiyo balls of course crazy. Tulikuwa tumbo bado wazazi hawaja accept tuko na mimba hiyo time. Sasa baba mtu ine yeye kaenda akani cut off.
Well, before to pick up from there, tunaweza break the ice kidogo. So you share a lot of stories on TikTok, which are so educative and very eye-opening, especially on busy people when the only time they have ni jioni to scroll through. So there are stories. Unashukana story ya kisiste. Hizo story ni za ukweli ama ni za jaba?
Okay, most of my stories are about me. I
You
think
have
only,
experienced all that.
yeah, I think only 2 of them are from people that one DM'd me on TikTok and the other one was a friend of mine. But the other stories zinakwanga zangu, things I went through in the past.
Umepitia sister. Awesome. Sijia na chanzo wapi. Kwanza kuna ile yenye nilisikianga ya like you are running straight from where, and then you slept where. What were you running from?
I was running from, okay, that time my mom alikujanga late at night, na wakaanza arguments na my dad, so ilikuwa kavurugu, hata si kavurugu, ilikuwa vita
Physical.
And so at that time when my dad alishika mama akaniambia to just run, and at that time I don't know where I'm running to, I don't have any money, I'm still a young student, I didn't know where I was going to. Nilikimbia tu kama nimegrab slippers hapo kwa mlango, I just started running off. Nikaenda nikakutana na this one guy after a long distance of walking. Nikakutana this one guy akaniofa hapa kulala kwa mama yake. But unfortunately it turned out that the guy just wanted to, lay with me.
Yeah.
It was just like a long story.
I've listened to it, but if you haven't go listen to it, you'll have an eye opener. Especially, I feel like a lot of people who have tunakwanga naive. Madam tunakwanga very naive. Especially sisi wa Kristo. You trust very easily. Una trust mtu akona good intentions and you go unapata it's a trap.
Actually, that's my biggest problem, trusting.
You trust so easily.
Ilikuwa inatolewa hivi, inatupwa, I swear. Nilikuwa nimeshatoa. I trust very easily.
Yeah. Inaweza kuwa ni juu ya background yako with having an easy grandma.
I don't know, I'm not sure, because I don't know why I always choose to see the better side of that person. Hata mtu akuja anionyeshe ako hivi na hivi, I'll still have the thoughts of atachange arudi ule mse alikuanga, like nikikutana alikuwa mtu mpoa, so hiyo in kitu tu imekuja katikati, this is not them. So I end up at the end accept ni ngumu, lakini actually
By the akona when you just trust the God hapo unamwachia kusaidie. It's a lot. So after umejua na ball ukapata mtoi kakakuja kakiwa ka healthy baby
boy.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
And then sir, how did you go back to school?
Actually, come to think of it, I think that was the hardest period of my life because I'm balancing between school. I have to be at home to like show my parents hata kama nilienda njia, like I still have a future that I'm trying to fight for. So I used to wake up because I don't know why, but my mom wouldn't accept kubaki na mtoto wangu. So I would wake up, napeleka mtoto daycare, alafu naenda shule, naenda kumuona lunch because nilikuwa nakubalishwa na principal. Alafu naenda after shule namwendea jioni. Mimi na career yangu tena home like ilikuwa hivyo. Every morning. Yeah.
Na ulikuwa una stay tu na your mom after delivery?
Yeah. Hapo nilikuwa na my mom.
But alikusaidia at least?
Yeah, I would say that. Due time ya delivery, actually, she was there. She came to the hospital. But after some time, nikasikia, okay, alikuwa amekuja kuona ama mtoto ametoka akifanana na my stepdad. Like, that was why she was there. But I never minded that. Hata sijaimuuliza. Jana guess ndo nilimshikisha hiyo story. So, alikuwa amekuja kuona ama mtoto anafanana na bwanake. Yeah. Because alikuwa na hizo allegations.
So it's more of competition. Like, alikuwa na feel like you've gotten pregnant.
Yeah.
From
the dad.
Yeah. Okay. Apo sister, you just move on.
Exactly. And you.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was very supportive. Alikuja hosi akanitoa actually because at that time my dad ndo alikuwa na drive, akakuja akanichukua watu na mom tukaenda home. And life went on. And so later I came to like after sasa hiyo time yote baby daddy atuongei na yeye. Like atuko binye tulikuwa in good terms totally. So hapo nikaamua tu sasa hiyo ni mimi na mtoto tumeacha hivyo, so it's inaitangwa kuchukua ushukani wa single mother.
Yes. Bado na mzigo wako.
So nikachukua na mtoto wangu nikaanza kulea. And akiwa 3 months, that's when like tulikosana my mom. Akafanya fukuzwe. Completely kind of friends. Yeah. Niko kwa friends, niko kwa shosha yangu. And like I was just all over. How this chat.
But you had finished school?
Yeah. Hapo nilikuwa nimemaliza shule.
Okay, then God, kwa sababu sasa shule unajago ilaje na daycare na kuhama. Now what happened? Si lazima usipatie details, but maybe a touch of it.
So I wake up this fine morning and my dad calls me aside and he told me because that time mama alikuwa ameenda yuko hapatikani. Like alitoroka tu. So mi sikuwa najua the reason because mi sikuwa naongeanga na yeye vitu personal. So akaniambianga tu mama amesema it's either I choose you or her. And because nataka familia yangu na nataka kukaa na anirudishie watoto wangu. Sorry, but you just have to leave. So that's how I took my son and nikaenda kwa shosho yangu. Kufika kwa shosho yangu naye pia akasema amepigiwa simu ameambiwa nisionekane huko. So akaniambia I look for somewhere to stay temporarily, alafu things to cool down nitarudi. So ndio nikaanza kumove in na friends.
That's so what was going on in your mind during that moment?
At that moment, honesty, I was suicidal. I was thinking of ending it for me, but then I'm like, if I end it for me, and then what about him? Because ilikuwa inafini kama nimemleta in a world yenye mi peke yangu ndo namtaka. So sorry,
It's okay.
so nilikuwa nimeamua like I will end his and mine and then
Call it a day.
yeah.
Wow, but I mean, very emotional. Now, I can just imagine the difficulty of that moment and the way situations I think push you to that age and not having anyone around you to tell you it's going to be okay. It's just a difficult season. It will end. But by the grace of God, you're here. You are alive.
Yeah.
He's big. He's a big boy. Wow. Congratulations, God.
I think why I got to be in very many leadership positions is because I had to grow up really, really fast. This is because my mom passed on when I was very young.
And now because of that, I had to mature really fast and learn how to, manage things, know how things are done, and take care of myself. Because when she died, maybe I can give a bit of that. So it happened this day. She took me to school once more telling me na kungoja nje ya gates, which was a lie. But I used to fall for it every single time. So on this day, when I left school, she was not at the gate. So I was like, well, maybe she's at home already waiting for me. So I am to go home. It's around maybe 2 p.m. She was not there. So I said, maybe she had a long day at work. She's going to come back later. Hey, I waited and waited and waited. At around 9, she was still not in the house. And immediately I had a sinking feeling that something is not right, because it was not like her to stay out late. Because you see, now we are 3 of us, and at the time I was probably around 6 or 7 years old. And then we had my small sister who was maybe 2 at the time, and my big sister who was around maybe 10 at the time. So we're very young kids. And my father had passed on like 2 years ago. So it's just mom and the girls. So when she's not there, nothing happens. So I don't know, I just pacified myself with the thought that maybe, just maybe, she'll come when we are asleep. But we slept and we woke up and mom was still not there. So I'm wondering, I'm trying to ask my big sister, mama alikuongelesha, alisema penye yako. She's like, hata mimi sijui. And then now a neighbor of ours comes for us from the house, and she takes us into her house and she washes us and feeds us breakfast, and she's trying to be very vague. And I'm like, mbona unatupea chakula na mama anakuja? Like I'm trying to get information from people who might know her whereabouts. She's like, kani sawa, kuleni, just watch TV, and then jioni nitawapeleka this and this place. We're like, okay. So day 2 comes, mom is not yet back home, and nobody's saying a single thing. So we went.
Auntie is coming around to stay with you guys.
No one. It's just the 3 of us and this neighbor. So we go back to our house, because I was like, as I said, I was very hard-headed when I was a small kid. So I'm telling my sisters, hapana, twendeni kwetu, mama atakuja. Saa akikuja na tuko, si ataenda tena. So let's go back home. So we go to our home, and we wait for her again. So she doesn't come. So that night we slept hungry because I don't know how to cook. My big sister is dead. She barely knows how we in the kitchen. So tukalala hivyo. And then now the next morning at around like 6 a.m, some people came to our house. And I thought it's the neighbors because they knew mom is not around. So maybe they're coming to help us around. But to my shock, it was one of my aunties and her sisters. So they just came, didn't even bother waking us up. They started packing things like our clothes, our furniture, our cutlery. So I am thinking mom has sent them to pack so that we can move. The bliss of ignorance. So they finish packing and they don't even speak to us. They leave. Some other uncles come and they're like, washachukua vitu twendeni. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe we are really moving and it's all good. To my shock. So my uncle takes us to his house where they're having mashakaya. So I'm like, uncle, kwani nimekufa? Mbona tu analia huku? Si mama anakam. Nini, si to relax, And my other sisters, my big sister is like quiet and somber. And looking very melancholic. So I'm asking her, nini, unasikia njaa nikuletee chakula? Like, because I'm in my head, I know there's no way mom can leave us. And none of my uncles is saying a word. All of them are looking melancholic. They are looking very somber. And so, fast forward to the funeral. All this time I don't know anything. So, and because now we're in a new home, in my uncle's house, I think, Sinisa, I'm here bonding with my cousins, so mom will probably show up sooner than later. So
and
we go.
Even your cousins are not saying nothing.
No one is saying a single thing. So we go to the funeral, grounds, and there I saw
my mother's picture on top of the casket.
Yeah.
So I'm asking my uncle, why are you putting my mother in this thing? Si ataamka, mbona umeweka picha yake hapo? Mama alienda, hajarudi, but atarudi. So my uncles are there crying, my aunties. I have 2 aunties and 5 uncles, so most of the people were my uncle that were present there. So my uncle is like, wewe enda ukule ama enda ucheze na watoto nini. So I'm trying to figure out why is everybody so, vague about what is happening here today. So I'm like, okay, sawa. So I go play with my cousins, and then they call us to throw soil into the hole.
Yeah.
So at that point, that's when it hit me. Yeah, we are burying my mother.
Yeah.
And I think I was just stuck in that moment.
Yeah.
Because even now, when I think back, it's very fresh. Like I can literally see myself there. And my big sister was crying. For me, I was shocked.
Yeah.
Because now my uncle told me, yeah, it's your mother in that casket. And we are laying her to rest. And in my head, I'm thinking, why are you laying her to rest here and she can rest at home in her bed? Because I'm still trying to understand, what's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, we lay her to rest and we throw the soil, and now we are back. So we go to my uncle's house. And now in my uncle's house, it was a very humble home. And you see now we are 3 of us, and he had his 2 kids, and he wasn't, he was trying to make ends meet. So it's a burden. Now I understand. Back then I didn't used to understand. So going back to my uncle's place, my auntie used to be very sweet before my mother's passing.
Yeah.
But now we've gone to her house and she's very hostile. She's very violent. Physically, she's very abusive. Going to chapa all the time. Like even for breathing the wrong way, literally, unaweza chapwa. But back then, I used to think maybe she hates us or she doesn't love us. But right now, when I look back, I probably see it's because of the stress of having 3 more mouths to feed, and you're not doing all that well. So it's extra burden on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that is the heart that actually changed me a lot. Because now being there, I'm in class 2. So I had to learn how to sell things in the market because she was a grocery vendor. So I had to learn how to peana change, mbio, how to convince a customer to buy sijui more of whatever she's selling. And it was very, very difficult for me.
Yeah.
Because I was my mother's daughter 1 minute. The next, I'm a full-blown entrepreneur at age 7.
Yeah.
So I was trying to understand things really fast because now my auntie didn't have patience for you're a kid. She's like, oh, I'm feeding you. You must pay for the food I'm giving you. So you must either work or clean the house or cook. And it was a lot for me.
Yeah.
And I had to grow up really fast. Because now my uncles came. Now the other uncles who were taking things from our house. And they're like, since nyinyi mko watatu, we'll separate you guys so that each one goes with a different uncle. So I'm like, mnapeleka sistangu wapi? Because now I'm already used to the fact that when people leave, they don't come back.
Yeah.
Because my mom left, she didn't come back. So when they're talking about separating us, everything that is running in my head is that I may never see my sisters again. And I can't even protest because I'm like, ata mimi, I'm here by their mercies. And so they come and my sisters pack their clothes and I'm left there and they go. I didn't even know where they went. And you see now, since I'm in a very unfamiliar territory, I can't express my emotions at the time. I can't ask my uncle, who was my mom's brother, like, yo, what's happening? Where are they taking my sisters? Because he had also grown very, back then, I think, very cold. Yeah. But right now, I think he was also in the shock of losing his sister. Yeah. And so I was like, well, if they never come back again, I mean, by this time, I think I've gone through enough pain to be able to take this one in as well.
Yeah.
And so they left, and I never saw them for maybe like 6 years. Because now my auntie didn't want me to interact with my sisters. So I used to think, well, maybe wali pass. And that's that. I'm left alone.
Yeah.
And now being there, I had to re-strategize my life, because now my cousins, now my auntie's kids, were not friendly. They were very hostile as well. And now since I had been left there, I was kind of like the house help there. So you can imagine at age 7, 8 there, I am cooking, I am cleaning, I am going to the market, I am selling things, and I still have school. Hey, so one day I remember she was just sending me to and fro, and then in the process of me going, she called me back. So I was crossing the road. So I was on the other side of the road, and then she called me back. So, because I'm used to her being very, quick to anger. Like if you do any small thing, she'll hurl an insult at you, she'll beat you, just say some condescending words. Hadi ushangae, wa. Ni mimi tu nimeambiwa hivyo. And so she calls me back. So I'm trying as much as possible to go there quickly, and nisichapwe or anything. And so in the process of me rushing back, I get hit by a bike. But let me tell you, I was so scared of her that I didn't even feel the pain of this bike.
You still walked?
I ran. So I'm running to her, and then the first thing she says to me is that, "Ata ungekufa singejali." I'm like, it didn't even register, because I'm still in the shock of what? Nimegongwa na bike. And if I don't run to you, you're going to beat me in the streets. So I don't want that, because my friends used to live around. So I go, she tells me whatever she wanted to tell me, then I go back home. So when I went home, that's when it started hitting me. Hiya, that's what happened to my mother. She died, and we buried her. And then now from that moment on, from when my auntie made that statement to me, I think now my eyes were kind of opened to see who she was. Because now I was thinking, would I ever tell someone such a thing? Hardly. So so she'd come back home. If she finds the chores are not done to her desired standard, she will beat me. There's one time she beat me black and blue. Literally, I was black and blue. And I had to go to school the next day. So I went to school, and my class teacher, who was my best friend at the time. So you see now when you're writing, obviously your hands are going to be exposed a bit. So she sees bruises on my hands. She doesn't say a thing. That day was PE day. So when we changed, we wear our, what they called, shorts and skirts and T-shirts. So now she could see bruises all over my body, because I'm light, so any mark really stands out. So she could see bruises on my body, on my neck, on my thighs, on my legs, everywhere. So she calls me and asks me, "Is everything okay at home?" Then I remember the home I am going back to. I'm like, "Yeah, everything is fine. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna heal. Don't worry, niko sawa." So she ignores. She dismisses, and she's like, "Sawa basi." But then 2 days later, I show up with a burn wound on my hand, because I was told to cook some food. I'm still young. I don't know how to cook. And you see, if I don't cook, nitachapwa vibaya. So I'm trying to avoid the beating. So I go cook. As I am cooking, this hand was burnt, like from here all the way to this place. I had like blisters all over. And it's my right hand, so I really can't hide it.
You can't write.
And I can't write. So I go to school again, because I was so scared of her, because she told me, ndio maana unachomeka juu sikizangi, ungekuwa unanisikiza ungechomeka. I'm like, hold up. First of all, nimechomeka, I'm in pain. Na sifai kuwa hata kwa kitchen. I am only 8 years old. What do I know? But anyway, I know better than not to argue with her. So I go to school. So when I go to school, my class teacher now sees my hand in the morning, and she calls me to go to the head teacher's office. So when I go there, she leaves me with him. And he was also a very good friend, partly because he was a very good performer. So, was kind of a teacher's pet back then. So he observes my hand and is trying to get information from me. But I know if I say anything, I will be killed. Hey, my auntie will kill me. So I'm telling him, no, it was just an accident. I stumbled onto the wrong pot at the wrong time and it splashed water on me, and that's why I have this wound. And he's like, apana, your teacher's been telling me you've been coming to school with wounds, with bruises, you're not even paying attention in class, you can't play with the other kids. I need to take action on this. What is going on? Tell me the truth. I'm like, hey, if I tell you the truth, I better call God to come for me, because there's no way I'm going back to that house. And he's like, okay, sawa, so we'll take you to hospital first, we get it treated, and then we can deal with the rest. So he takes me to hospital, and I'm treated, and I'm given some cream to apply. But then now I'm scared of showing my auntie that I got treated. Because one, she'll say I stole her money to go to hospital. And then number two, she'll say I am exposing her to other people. I'm telling people bad things about her. So I go back home and I'm really hiding my hand because I don't want her to see that I got treatment. And she asks, oh, ulipona? I'm like, nilipona. Oh, sasa next time, ujue kupika kama umefungua macho. I'm like, hey. I said, well, sawa. And then I go back to school the next day. And my head teacher is like, okay, so today we're going to the police station to report this matter, because you can't be coming to school looking the way you're looking. And I'm just here not concerned about you. I told him, if you want to go to the police station, call also an ambulance, because I'll be needing the hospital right after the police visits. Because I knew the kind of person that my aunt was. And I used to think that my uncle, being my mother's brother, would kind of be a barrier between me and my aunt, and in a way protect me kidogo. But he was always mute the whole time.
Even when the beating is happening, he was there.
Yes. Because it was like a communal thing. Nyambura, kuja hapa. Ujafanya nini leo? Ujapika ama ujaosha? Ama ulichelewa kutoka shule? So you are playing games instead of coming to help me at the market. Such things. And so beating was constant for me. And now because of that kind of upbringing, from now class 2 all the way to class 6, I had to grow up very fast. And that's why I think when I went to school now, same period, class 2 to class 6, was very mature. Because I knew where not to say what, how to keep quiet, how to behave, how to be the model child. Because now at home, if I don't behave, man, I might be seeing my father in heaven very shortly. And so that really changed me a lot. And now in class 6, I was kind of tired of all this. Because my grades were okay. And by God's grace, I got... it's a long story, but he was kind of my father. One that I can actually say he was my father.
Earthly father.
Sorry. Yes, my earthly father. He spotted my academic capabilities, and he was like, I'm going to sponsor you to wherever you want to go, however high you want to study, I shall sponsor you. And for me, at the point that I was, that was the biggest gift anyone could ever give me, because I found education really to be an escape from all this chaos and madness at home. So one day he comes for my, was it academic day? He comes. So he never used to come physically. He'd just call the head teacher and get a report of my academics and my progress. But this one day he comes physically and he asks me, I've been seeing you've been performing really well. What would you like as a gift? So right now that I think about it, I think he was a normal kid. Ningesema maybe I want a phone or a new outfit or just something girlish. But at the time I told him, hey, me want to go to a boarding school. Because in my head, the only place I can be safe and, just experience peace of mind is a place where I'm far away from these people. And for me, boarding school was that escape.
So he's like, oh, boarding school, are you sure? You don't want to stay with auntie anymore? I'm like, no, I just want to focus on my studies and, to just be my own person.
Yeah. But he didn't know the other physical.
No, I never told him because you see, I was scared that he might confront auntie.
Oh, yeah.
With ati nasikia unamfanyia hizi vitu, then auntie's like, umeenda kunisema umefanya nini, then it becomes even worse than it was.
Yeah.
So I never told him. In fact, I never told anyone. The only people who knew were the ones who would see it as, first eyewitnesses, but I never opened my mouth to tell anyone because I was scared, like, what if today is the day she decides to ban me, or because she was very, very violent, vulgar and very, very violent. So when he said it's okay, I can go to boarding school, I was so happy.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell my aunts. So maybe like 3 months later, he comes home and tells my auntie that so Nyambura told me that she wants to go to a boarding school and I am okay with that idea and I am going to sponsor her. My auntie is like, oh, okay, sawa, we have no problem, she can just go. So my father now left. She called for a family committee, her mother, her sisters. And now I was sat down. Boarding schools are demonic. That's where lesbians are. That's where people go and they do drugs and they do what? People become careless with their lives. And I'm listening to them all this time and I'm like, well, I'd rather have that than this that I have right here. And I was like, sawa, I'll think about it. But then now one of my mom's sister, she's late now, told me, Nyambura, you listen to your heart. Whatever they're telling you, you don't do it. Do what you want. Kama amesema atakulipia, you just go with the flow. Don't worry about them. Wataongea, but you'll end up in a boarding school and you'll be fine. And I'm like, okay, sawa. But even if they wanted me to stay at home, my mind was already set. Because I didn't want to experience that again. So fast forward to a few months later, my father now comes. He's like, Sister, we have found a boarding school. We want you to pack your things and go with us so that now we can start shopping for your school. So, on the morning of going to this new school.
Wait, were you packing and going with him?
Yes.
As you go to school?
As I go to school.
Oh,
he had done like the major shopping, school uniforms and the box for putting your things in school. So I was only packing my few clothes. Ndio nikitoka boarding school, I don't come back here. I go back to his place. Yes.
Safety.
I know.
Right,
Safety.
at last,
Yeah. So I packed my few. I had very few clothes. Actually, the situation was so bad to an extent. When people go for tuition on Saturdays, I'd had to go with my school uniform because that was the best outfit I had. And I had only one dress. So it was very, it had been loved. It had been really loved. So now when people are showing, because it was a very posh school, it was a private school. And the people used to come there were rich kids from, there's a place in Nakuru called, is it Milimani? Milimani, the posh places of Nakuru. So the ones used to come, their fathers would drop them in Maranges, Prados. Meanwhile, I've had one pair of shoes from class 2 to class 6 and maybe one dress. So it was very hard growing up there. But so the morning of now packing my clothes to go, my auntie tells me that ujue nimekukas utaenda mbali, hata uko penye unaenda uende na usiwahi rudi kwa hii nyumba tena. I am not your mother. She said so many things. I was too excited to leave the house. I don't remember. Yeah. But I remember being hurt when I got to that boarding school. Because you see now, after my mom, she's the other home and mother that I knew. So hearing these words from her, I was taken aback. And I was like, God, so Papa is just me and you. And so I packed my clothes and I'm out of the house. I'm waiting for my father to come pick me up. So he comes and he asks me, wamekwambia nini? So I tell him, well, nimeambiwa nisirudi huko, so you just know nikitoka shule I have nowhere to go. So like, don't worry, I have started a place for you. So yeah, that's how I went to boarding school, and my life from there was more relaxed because I was only focusing on my studies, and then when I go back home, I'm going now to my father's place. He had a family. So that's where I was going back to. So this period of my auntie, like, I kind of forgot about it, but the scars that I had from when I was a little girl, I have kind of carried them with me in my life, to a point where I prefer to not get too close to people because I am scared that they will say something that will trigger what my auntie said or how I felt back then. So it has taken a lot to even just show up to normal people and accept people as friends because I grew up alone.
I think naweza nikasema sana the heart that has changed me ni from a friendship point of view, and haiongelele wangu sana, but inakuanga na kadent kenye kana kuweka, and now for me that is what really changed me sana, cause niko from a point where tuko sisi wote, so my brother, my sister, and then me, and then sisi sana tulikuwa like our nuclear family ilikuwa very strong. So mnaenda shule primary, mimi sikumuviwa from schools to schools like my sisters, my sister and my brother, but yeah, so I get to this school and it's a private school and it's a Catholic school, and then nilianzia hapo, and then I get these two friends, and they're girls, we are all girls at the moment, but then you'd find that inafika specific time niko solo, but tulikuwa ka trio, so all of a sudden naona wanatembea wawili, and then I'm like kwani mimi hapa mimi friends spiritually ama form ni gani? So I think it got to a point where I was like so I think that was where the dent started, and I was like, why would the two of you mwende tu hivyo pamoja alafu mimi niache? Ni hamnitaki, nisijafikia standard zenu. And then at that time again we are growing up, so the adolescence inaingia, my emotions all of a sudden unaanza kufeel kwani hormones tu zina bubble up, and you're like so again I do not understand myself at that point, but I do understand that they sort of do not want me at that point.
How did you process that? Now, did you even confront them?
I don't really remember confronting them, but I do remember crying. Nilienda kulilia dadangu. I did. She was my shoulder to lean on. At that time, then nikaanza ku notice now, for every hurt that I get, I do not want to feel that emotion. So what I do, when I sweep to under the rug, I'm like, we had go. Me by the way, me amwezi mkanifanya hapa even if feel hurt. And then ikaenda tricky build. Same thing to high school. Because when now I got to high school, by the time I'm so after primary, during primary, that's when niliswitchiwa school sana. Because my dad is a teacher. And he's like, akisikia tu kuna shule inatoa max smart, hata kama ni Malaba border we will go. So sisi tukapelekwa Nandi County, huko hivyo interior, that school now from private school enye ni day all the way to boarding, huko sisi hatuko tunaonanga uji huko hivi, you get some very interesting meals. Main course, it was very, very, very interesting. And so at that point, so you get to we got to that school. I didn't know that there's something else, like different colors, like skin tones. Me just you see, we're kids, we're having fun, let's jibamba. So tunafika huko, and then now people are looking at us and they're like, because our oldest brother is the lightest of us all. And so wanafika wanaona watoto wote watatu wameletwa na tulikuwa tufuatana, so my older brother in class 6, my sister, no, my older brother was in class 7, my sister 6, I'm in 5. So wanashanga, and then now there's that attraction mpaka wewe mwenyewe unashanga, and then now the teachers start mentioning it. They're like, watoto weupe. They're like, okay, so now there's that skin tone, and then skin tone difference, and then maybe ukipata times zenye walikuwa na to discipline, they discipline us with that in mind, like wanakwambia so they'd probably mention it, especially to my sister. She just unfortunately ended up with a not so good teacher of English. But again, also at that time, so by the time ninatoka this private school naingia to this school, already nilikuwa nishaanza ku build up walls. Like in class 5 nishaanza ku build up, and I did not know that I was doing that, but I just did not like feeling hurt. So mimi nikaenda tu hapo. I did not connect with people as much until in high school. High school sasa hapa we are now teens. So I don't know kama ni adolescence inakuwa heightened at that moment. I don't really understand. And then needing people to identify with. So like
light skin ama?
No. Just generally ndio, cause kuna mtu anatakanga kukua lona. Sasa mi pia mi nataka ka community. So at that point it's still just the same case. We again 3 just found ourselves to be 3. That's in around form 2, form 3 ndio tukaanza kukua mabeshte, and then just the same thing yenye wanajigroup wananiacha nje. And at that time mi nilikuwa piri. So niko na hiyo pressure ya kwanza class prefect, niko na pressure ya sifai kubagua nyinyi mabeshte zangu, but mkiko on the wrong manze na wanika juu class itanichukia. So kuna risk ya kuchukiwa na class, and then wenye watapin it on them, and then sasa when they pin it on our friendship awatanitoka. Because I think it did happen sometime in form 2. My desk mate, like she maybe not part of the trio, but she was pretty close to me, and then all of a sudden yeye ndio akaanza kuspread rumor that anaoneanga watu, anaonea wengine, anawaandika kwa list, because the teachers would come and be like, hii class yako inapiga kelele madam, form 2B inapiga kelele, so I need the noisemakers, na nisipopenda noisemakers ni mimi ulikuwa napigwa,
and you're scared of.
So sitaki kupigwa na sitaki kuachwa pia na mabeshte. So at that ilikuwa very conflicting at that point. And then again, we're still growing up, trying to understand ourselves. Already in primary, I'd already built up walls. So by the time hapa inafika, nikaanza kukua cold. So I did not used to smile much. Nakumbuka tulikuwa tunaambiwangwa anzeni kupiga mapicha mkiwa form 1. Because by the time nafika form 3 mtakuwa mnakawa mama. And like, truth to it, by the time tunafika form 3, like watu tulikuwa tumegain weight. Hizo maskats sijui mliingia mnapima waist 26. Sasa tunaongelelea 32 kasonge. So all of these things are happening. Attraction towards the other, like the male gender. So you look at a guy and you're like, wow, mbona unakaa hivi smart, time ya funky. And then in school now, my class do not like me as a prefect as well. And then now these new hao mabeshte zangu wanaanza ku behave a certain way. And one of the things that also dented me at that point ni the same issue as Kinton was brought up. So mimi ni class prefect, and my dad is again a teacher. So vitu home zinakuanga na mtaratara. You just don't budge in and do things the way you feel like doing it. And at this specific point, because we had a bakery at school, so si tulikuwa the class prefect ama the designated members wangeendea the bread from the canteen, and then the people queue. So our class ilikuwa na almost 60 people. and sometimes bread haingebekiwa ikue the golden color yenye most of us tunapenda. So we had some certain type of bread yenye ilikuwa pale na si tulikuwa tunaita albino. So one of the times in class nikasikia tu, no, the rumor surfaced until ikanifikia, and now my middle name was albino. Yeah, they started calling me albino because of all these things, and hiyo nayo kona yoko kalinichuna. Yeah, and now also wondering, I don't know how it got to me, but I don't think my friends really told me of the things that was going on. So by the time nafika form 3 headed to form 4, nime block off a lot of things, a lot of emotions, even friendship. Ninaona tu hapa hawa watu ni manyoks, hawa watu wote serpent and stuff. And by the time nafika namaliza form 4, my friendship is not as authentic as ingekuwa. Because right now I'm like staki ni connect na watu sana generally. Staki tu connect na watu. Nataka tukwe mabeshte to some point, kama ni kutembea from class to the dining hall, I just have people to work with, but if not, man, cool. And hiyo nifanya nikwe very, I just did not really care the type of friends that I'm getting. So by the time nafika campus, and at home by the AP I didn't used to have a lot of friends as well. By the time nafika campus, I switched campuses again. So I started with Masai Mara. I did film. I chose film. And kwenda Masai Mara, I don't really think is a good place, or they have a good system for watu wenye wanasomea filamu. So nikamua kuswitch, and COVID hit, so the whole switching process ika delay. So it was just an entire year, and Masai Mara tukua tunasomea online. So it's just an entire year of you eating and doing all these things and just staying at home na kungevia. And then after, during 2020 mwisho ndio nikakuja Nairobi and starting the process, changing things. By 2021 tayari nimejoin KCA, and I'm with just the same course. And so I meet friends who we have the same goal. Tumechagua filamu, and kuna katalanta paka ku act moja mbili, and we want to do our best. So I think that was the first ever genuine friendship that I had. Yeah, because we're like, we have the same goals. We go for it. We go for our goals. That was really one of the best friendships that I had at that moment. But again, if this is the thing, if you do not have an identity growing up, the world is so quick to give you an identity and be like, try alcohol, now you're an alcoholic. So that's what you go with. I'm a workaholic, I'm a this, I'm a that. And now you get this identity crisis because you do not know your identity growing up in Christ. So the world is so quick to give you an identity. And at that point, sisi wote tukakuwa viable. Wazazi wangu watasikia hii maneno.
So how did you process it? Kwa sababu nakumbuka from class 5 we build walls. Alafu ikafika mahali you're just sweeping everything under the carpet. You don't really care who is your friend. You're just moving. Tunatembea na wewe kwenda lunch. Kama utaki, still good. When did you now fika mahali uko like, I need to get this out? Were you talking to someone?
No. Nah, not. Did not at that point sikuwa napenda sana connect with my emotions. And now at that point pia my siblings, now my brother got to study in Mombasa, so he's far away. Kitambo tumeanza kutafutana. And my sister pia ako huku, so tuko pamoja, and we're still dealing with a lot of things. Like now with campus, and life is lifing again for her. Na tukwa tumeconnect you design with our parents, like to a point where okay, or rather sikuwa na feel mbona sasa nianze kuambia mama hizi ma stories zote. So point is, I did carry, but I did not feel the weight. So it was not a hard thing to just put it under. Wasn't a hard thing to do. yeah, tuna move on. Imehappen leo, unalia, unapanguza machozi kwa choo, hata mwona mtu ajue nalia. Hey, strong. Hey, and then after that natoka niko sawa, and haikuwa inani affect, like sikuwa na feel the weight.
Did that change your perspective on people na pia interacting?
Yes, sana cause nilikuwa najua sifai kuclick na wewe to a certain point. Kama tuna maintain friendship iko level 3 out of 10, situko fiti. So hapo nakuita we ni beshte. Acquaintance sasa hapo ndio maybe wanacheza na negative. But yeah, so friends tukienda sana, manze tumefika 3. But now these friends of mine from campus Sunday waka surpass the 3 to a 5. And I was like, wow, okay.
Were you safe? Did you feel safe?
Yes, na it got to a point cause kulikuwa na trauma healing pia. Okay. So anashare trauma zake, mimi nashare trauma zangu, like na tunaelewana mrembo. At this point naona tukikuwa ma BFF. And truth to it, we got there to a point where even the gigs that we were getting tulikuwa tunapushiana, umepata hii gig, kuna auditions hapa, twende auditions hapa hivi nini. And our lecturers saw that and they always pushed us. They were like, this too. So walikuwa natupush sana, especially the acting side. Yeah, so by the time first year we studied in our it was the first theater show that we did as a school. And it was big because it's like a Sheng adaptation of Lion King. So ilikuwa inaitwa Simba Bazenga. And it boomed. It was like our first what's called debut. Yeah, that was our first debut. And that's how our name surfaced in the theater industry and a bit in the film industry. But for me personally, that was my first time to, and so ungeenda mahali, and now even outside here and to theater practitioners, wakisikia Simba Bazenga, ulikuwa Simba Bazenga, like, whoa, for real. Yeah, I remember Simba Bazenga. So yeah, we got there and we pushed each other even more until things happened. Hapa hata sidhani nimekuja kuongelelea the heart ya binadamu. It is God calling me.